everyone and welcome to xxMelle Potato Kitchen! Today we're making a potato recipe. It's called chili potato wedges. The recipe was for one potato, but you can add as much potato you want, but just add more flavor. So I did not follow the instructions. So I will give approximate measurement. And I literally just didn't follow the recipe. But that's the usual with me. If you watched all my video, you must know that now. So let's get right into it, shall we? This is what it looked like. The potatoes were crispy, they were fully seasoned, and they were so tasty with Chipotle Mayo that I'm gonna show you at the end how to make the mayo. You start with 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 potatoes. Okay, as much potato as you need, and you want to cut them in wedges. To do that, what I did, and I thought it was pretty easy, is I cut them in half, and then I made diagonal cut to give them a slight angle and it's not like squared potato. And I cut making sure that the longest side would be laying flat on my board when I cut them, so that I have more potato and it's easier to cut and they're not too thick and they're approximately all of the same size. So you keep going until you cut all of the potatoes like this. And then you want to wash the potatoes. Washing the potatoes is important because they're full of dirt and starch and everything, and if you want the seasoning to stick, they need to be really dry too. So you need to wash them and dry them. So here you can see I washed them. There's still some liquid left at the bottom of my bowl. I just tossed it. I don't need it. You can use it to water your plant, by the way, because it's full of starch and things. And then I use 2 towels to dry the potato, making sure that they are as dry as possible. I reuse the same bowl, but I use the towel to dry it because it's the same bowl. It's the same thing that's gonna go in. So the recipe asked me to put all of the potatoes on a cooking sheet and spray them with cooking spray. I don't have that. So here I've put a certain amount of oil at the bottom, and I've put 2 big teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of regular paprika, and half a teaspoon of hot smoked paprika, some black pepper, some salt, and then I mixed everything together until I reached it did a kind of paste, but I wanted it to be a little bit more runny so that it coats the potato well and it does not just coat like 2 potatoes. So I added more oil. So I have no idea what is the amount of oil that I've put because I did not measure, but I would say maybe 1/4 cup of oil for 10 potato. But if you look at the texture, what you can do is you can put all of the spice into a bowl and then add the oil until you reach this texture. You want it to be runny, but packed with spices. And then you just add all of the potatoes into the bowl. I would have needed a bigger bowl, but it was the last bowl I had clean, so I just went with it. And I tried multiple techniques to try and mix the potato. Here you can see I'm trying with a spoon and it was not going too well. So I decided to change my technique and just shake it till you are fully covered. Well, as much as I could do it. So here, shake the potatoes. Anyway, it was a mess. It was terrible. It was really hard. What I recommend is a bigger bowl with a lid. Okay, and then you flip it, you reverse it, you flip it, and then you shake. Then the mix will go everywhere. The important part is that all of the spices and all of the oil ended up coating all of the potatoes. Look, they are already golden. They're already golden and they are still raw. So here I am preparing a cooking sheet to put the potatoes on. And I am putting the potatoes on. And as the subtitle said, I clearly didn't have enough with 1 sheet. So second sheet, putting the potato. And then I wanted to make it pretty and make sure that they all cook at the same speed. So I spent a good 5 to 10 minutes placing all the potatoes correctly like this. It took a while, took way too long than it could have, but it was worth it because they were really crispy and they were really good. So make sure to place the potato and that they're not overlapping other potato, but there are probably faster way to do this. So let's get to the point. Once the potatoes are fully placed on the cooking sheet, you put them into the oven at 450 Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. Once they are ready, you take them out and you eat them. Be careful, it's gonna be out. For the mayo, what you need is approximately 900 milliliter of mayo, a can of chipotle and adobo sauce, not chipotle sauce, chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. And what you want to do is you want to put the whole can into whatever you have that will grind. It's not hard, it's smushy, so you can put that into a blender or you can put that into a food processor. Then you blend it. You can also add the mayo directly, which is what I did. So here I am using everything that's left into this pot. It ended up giving me a full container of mayo, but with chipotle mayo. You can do anything, if you really want it spicy, you can do anything between 500 milliliter and a liter of mayo for 1 can of chipotle mayo. Then you put that into the food processor, run it. It's really quick, less than 30 seconds, it's ready. I had issue here, as you can see. And you run it and you put it back into a container because it's ready. Ta-da! Here's our chipotle mayo. It's good, it's spicy, but it's just enough spicy. Perfect to serve with or those chili potato wedges. So pretty. So it will give you a color like this, like pinkish, orangish color. By the time that you do the chipotle mayo, the potatoes should be ready and they should look like this. Golden, crispy, full of flavor. They were really, really good. I made that for Luigi's lunch and he ended up having too much, so he could eat some on that day. And once I was done putting everything back in his lunch, he asked me if he could add more. So that's a good sign. Look how crispy they look and the seasoning. So good. So that's today's recipe. This is what the potato look like. This is the potato recipe and the chipotle mayo recipe. I hope you guys enjoy this. This mayo is something I do really, really often. It's really, really easy and it's better than all of the mayo that you can find in the store. I've never found a chipotle mayo that didn't have a weird aftertaste. And it's really, really simple. And I might be working on making this chipotle adobo sauce myself, but it's a lot of research, so it will not be out soon, if ever. So yeah, I'm really happy that you guys watched this video. If you are new here, please subscribe, leave a comment. I will answer to every single comment, and use the link down below to follow me everywhere. I post picture of my food on Instagram, sometimes on Twitter, and in my Discord. So see you guys next week for another video. Bye bye.